What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC. Today we're going to be checking out the Giant Mouse GMF1. This is a small pocketable fixed blade that you can purchase from Giant Mouse for $155. Now I didn't actually purchase mine. I received it as a gift from David as part of our Secret Santa Sharp Art gift exchange. And so super grateful for him sending this one over. I think one of the fun things about this gift exchange, Sharp Art is a Facebook group that we're a part of. And the fun thing is I've met a couple of the guys in person, but a lot of the people, including the person I gave my gift to and the person I received the gift from, we've only ever interacted online. So we have limited knowledge of each other's tastes outside of posts we've seen in the group or conversations we've had in the chat. And so we're left to give a gift that we'd be excited to receive is I think the strategy most of us took. I know that's the strategy I took. I talked to David after and that's the strategy he took as well. This is a knife he actually owns. He's not super into fixed blades, but he loves this one. He's a fan of Giant Mouse, and so he thought he would make a great gift. And it turned out to be a perfect gift for me. I'm a fan of Giant Mouse as well. These are made in Maniago, Italy. Big fan of Giant Mouse as well. I have 6 of their folders, but none of their fixed blades. However, I'm also a huge fan of small pocket fixed blades, and so this was definitely right up my alley. So really great gift, extremely grateful to have received it. I'm not gonna name his last name, obviously. I want to keep that private for him. But again, super grateful for David, or to David, for sending this one over. Mentioned it's pocketable, only 5.4 inches in overall length, has this great sheepsfoot style blade, 2.6 inches on the blade portion, and 690 for the steel, and it's also super slicey right out of the box. You can see it has this great flat grind on here. I've only had it for maybe a week and a half or so, but I've been getting a lot of use out of it in the kitchen. I'm on a diet right now, no carbs, no sugar, and so I've been snacking on a lot of like meats, cheeses, nuts, and things like that. And my current obsession is this boar's head pepperoni log that I slice super thin and then sear up in a pan, get it nice and crispy. And this is a knife I've been using to make that. It's great because I'm able to cut it super thin without it crumbling or shredding on me because it's got that nice edge on it. And it also gets through the casing at the end perfectly, which some of my duller kitchen knives will leave behind at the end and you end up having to tear them apart. Got like an accordion sausage or accordion pepperoni at the end. And so this has worked perfectly for that. I'm excited to use it for some other utilities as well, but mostly I've been utilizing it in the kitchen and it's worked great for that so far. 2.8 inches on the handle, so that's on the smaller side. It allows me to get 3 fingers, but my pinky is completely hanging off. However, the ergos on it are excellent, even without that pinky, and the jimping is all very well thought out, well placed, and grabby without being overly aggressive, and so you're not slipping on this handle. We have some jimping here at the spine of the knife that grabs onto your thumb, and again, grabby without it being over aggressive. Same style of jimping on the internal portion of this finger choil that it keeps you from sliding backwards on it or sliding forward onto that edge, and then a little bit more here at the base of that handle that keeps your palm from sliding off of the end. And so all really great. This is a skeletonized size handle or style of handle, so you don't have a ton of grip on here, but it doesn't really slide around whatsoever because of all of the shape of the handle and the well-placed jimping. The skeletonization though does offer the opportunity to leather wrap this handle or paracord wrap it, or even come up with some custom scales that you screw down nice and tight and add to it. But I think it's fine without it. I probably won't go that route. One thing I may end up adding is a lanyard with a bead down to this last skeletonization hole. Just to offer something for my pinky to grab onto. Like I said, I don't really feel like it needs it, but I do think it will add a little bit to the ergo, so I probably will end up going that route. Nice flat grind on here, N690 on the steel, and the whole thing is coated in PVD and then stonewash. So this is the GMF1-P, which refers to the finish. There's a couple of different ones available though if you're not super into this finish, but this has a PVD coating that's been stonewashed. One of my favorite finishes, I've mentioned it on the channel before, not necessarily just PVD, any of the coatings like DLC, stonewash, or bead blasted, just any of the black finishes that have been kind of blasted or stonewashed. I think they look great right out of the box and they hide wear and tear so well that you can beat on this without worrying about it getting all marked up because those marks are just going to blend in with the stonewash eventually anyway, and I just think it leaves a great finish. It also kind of protects the steel handle itself from corrosion and things like that. We have made in Italy and N690 here on the internal portion of the handle, really subtly placed, and these are all made in Maniago, Italy. We have the Giant Mouse stamp there on the flat grind of the blade. So overall, really great blade, and it includes this leather sheath that you can carry on your belt. This is also handmade in Italy. You can see that right here on the back. Leather loop here for attaching it to your belt, a couple rivets, square orientation so you can put it in either direction, completely ambidextrous. Whether you put this on your left hip or right hip, it's just going to slot right in there because it's obviously a universal shape. Here we have the Giant Mouse logo on the front and a really great color on the leather for this one. It seems like the leather sheath is paired with the blade finish, so if you get the P, it's always going to have this lighter leather. If you get like the more satin finish, I don't know if it's satin or belt or what the exact finish is on the other one, but it has a darker leather, and so they pair really nicely together, and this is just really well made, super high quality, and I think it looks great. Now, I like to pocket carry my small fixed blades, and so this one does work for that. It slides in there, but I most likely am going to see if I can have a small taco style Kydex sheath made with no mounting points or anything like that. I like to be able to just drop it in the pocket as I'm pulling it off, flick off the Kydex sheath and leave it in my pocket, and so I think that'll be really cool. But I do love the sheath that it came with, and it's a nice option as well if I want to belt carry this. So overall, I think a really cool knife. Super excited to have received this one, super excited to spend more time with it. Like I said, I've only had it for a little bit, mixed up with USPS, just kind of going back and forth over the holidays, which a lot of my packages seem to do, and I still have some doing that now, although I think now it's more due to the fires. But I haven't had it too long, but really excited to spend more time with this knife, and I just think it was a perfect gift for me, especially for someone who only knows a little bit of my taste based off of some Facebook posts in a group. But really cool one. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, joining the channel as a member, or checking out some of my other videos. All help the channel out a ton, and I hope you have a great one. Take care.